Sanju Samson is in the squad, but Shubman Gill is back as vice captain. Does that mean Shubman Gill opens? If that happens, does Sanju Samson move down the order? Does he move out of the 11? All these questions, every piece of content we put out since that squad announcement, at least three of these four or five questions have followed everyone who was on those videos. So now the crew has assembled here on ESPN Cricket for Run Order. And the question I'm posing to them, can Sanju Samson find a spot in the middle order at the Asia Cup? Pick things up, guys.
I know so I know exactly what George was going to say, and he says short answer is no. I think he can. Funny enough, I just think by picking Jitesh Sharma, in with no disrespect to Jitesh, India have also played their hand that they don't have two keepers who are sure shots in a 15-man squad when your keeper is going to bat in the middle order. Which means all Sanju Samson needs is one opening, either a Jitesh not making the most of his chances or getting an injury. So strictly speaking, by virtue of still being in the squad, Sanju Samson can certainly make the middle order. He started playing in the middle order in the Kerala League, which I think is very smart, even though it wasn't every innings. Yeah, it wasn't every innings. I hope he actually does that going
He had
forward
a couple of
in the
low
IPL.
scores there and then went back to open and scored 100.
The thing with this position is that unfortunately you will never have a consistent run because this position doesn't lend itself to consistency. Many times a number 8 will not be given the chance to win you a game or finish a game. When he gets that chance, it's hard to judge him on it. So you have to really identify whether somebody in that role deserves a long rope or not. But Jitesh is the number one choice by virtue of the direction the team has gone in. So Sanju will be a backup at best, and he serves multiple backups. He serves a backup to a number 3, an opener, as well as the keeper. So Samson might well have to wait his turn, but it's not the end of the door or end of the road for him like a lot of people tend to opine. And that's purely because India do not have a second middle order keeper batter ready.
But
So
you just
basically,
started by
Ronak has
saying he can
also
fit in, he can play in the 11, and you ended it by saying you have to
exactly
wait for his turn.
exactly
He's
he's
saying
basically
he
said
can,
no, but
but
he's
he
saying
won't.
other people have to get injured. Obviously, that if other people get injured, then he will come in. But the point is that right now, can he make the 11 for the first game of the Asia Cup?
Of course not.
See, so no, see,
But
if
that's
Tilak can bat 5, Samson can
Sorry.
bat 3.
Hmm.
If Tilak can bat 5, Samson can bat 3. But I don't see that
Yeah,
happening. But yeah, and so, Samson has not had a continuous run in the middle order in the Indian team for a long time. Like when he's played, he's batted in the top.
Yeah.
When he had to slot in at 4 and 5, the chances were very sporadic, and we have not seen much evidence of success for him in those positions. His strike rate and average, if you look it up, just falls off a cliff if you compare his middle order performance to his top order performances.
and
Is he a
Okay,
better batter than Jitesh? Like, if the team feels he can cause serious damage in the first 10 balls that he faces, and want to take that punt on him in the middle order, then sure. But I just don't see it.
But
Correct.
my point is that you have a player in Jitesh who is a specialist in that role, who's always batted in that role, and I'm a lot more excited about Jitesh Sharma making this 11, I think, than most people. Everyone seems to be thinking it's being done just to fit Shubman Gill in, but Jitesh Sharma played two of the best knocks of the recent IPL.
Yeah.
The one in the last playoff game, and then the one in the final, where on a pitch where nobody could score runs, he scored at like 300 strike rate. And he has all the shots for that low order role, right? He's got the scoops,
Yeah.
the rams.
Got the
He's
game.
got those shots which Samson naturally hasn't played as much because he's a top order player. So it's no knock on Samson. It's just that Jitesh is more suited to the role. So naturally you would go with him there. I agree. Obviously, if Jitesh doesn't, make any use of his opportunities or he's not looking the path, then you reconsider. But at least to start with, you would give Jitesh that shot.
Coming into this recording, I felt there was only one person who was going to say yes. That person has stayed quiet all through. So, Nagraj, you can now talk till the end of time.
Samson plays, if he plays only number 3, that's the only choice. Forget the middle order. That's not going to happen. Gill's inclusion, we have all discussed on when I was on the break. Thankfully, this happened. Why Gill was included, I still don't know why he's included. But now we know he's the vice captain, so he has to play. So, but I think the jokes apart, I was checking that when last year when Samson started hitting those runs, he was asked recently by Ashwin, I think, on his podcast, what was the comeback about and who helped him out on that. He pointed out two individuals smartly. He said that one is Surya. He said that before at Duleep Trophy last year, when he was not doing well in T20s for India, in Duleep Trophy, Surya comes and tells him that there are 7 games against Bangladesh and XYZ,
South
the
Africa.
other team,
Yeah.
South Africa. Yeah, 7 games, and I see you as an opener, and I want you to play that role. He goes and scores 2 or 3 centuries there, right? And at the same time, Gambhir apparently asked him, and Gambhir, this is in Samson's words, he says that even if you score 21 straight ducks, you're not going to be dropped. So now we have to take him by the. Now, if you go by that logic, Samson would be wondering why is there a debate that I'm not going to be playing? Now, if your captain and coach are backing you less than 6 months back, what has changed within
So
6
what are you?
months?
But then tell us your 11,
So-
Naga.
So then
you have
Yeah,
maybe
so
they're
my
going to leave out
11
Abhishek Sharma.
No, I won't leave out Abhishek Sharma. That's
So you
not.
have
Why do
Tilak
you
at
need to
5,
leave out
or you
Abhishek
don't have
Sharma?
Tilak?
Are you dropping Tilak down
No,
the
no,
order?
Tilak is also there. Can I?
Uh-huh.
Go on.
Let me finish my 11. It will be
There's no
Abhishek
impact player.
Gill.
Huh?
So Abhishek Gill, Sanju, Surya, Tilak, Aksar, Hardik. This
So
will
the
be
thing
it,
is,
and
Tilak
then
at
we'll go
5
to the.
to me just doesn't work. I mean,
Yeah.
he's played that
No,
role for
that's
Mumbai
fine.
Indians and it's not worked. Like he's
I'm
not
with
a number
Justin.
5. And
Yeah.
so why would you, if you pick Tilak ahead that too of Shreyas Iyer, you think he's one of your best T20 batters, why are you going to bat him out of position? To me, that then really is just squeezing Gill in. You know what I mean? Then you're making
Mm.
multiple changes just to get
See,
Gill in.
that's what
Then I'd
I don't
rather
know
just
the answer to what Gill came in for, unless they
because he's a
have.
decent player, Naga. He's okay.
No,
Like he's
there's no
not.
dispute about it. There's no dispute about that. I'm just saying that the team management, which Ronak just spoke about in his answer, is backing a player and saying that I want you to perform that role. The player performs that role, correct?
No,
Right? Now this is
the verdict on Samson as a performer is not one like Abhishek Sharma, right?
Yeah.
So
He-
the thing about Samson is not, yes, he had a couple of really good hundreds in South Africa. The concern is there a vulnerability to Samson, the opener, that will not lend itself to a high risk batting approach that we're offering? And if we are to play Shubman Gill, who gives you more flexibility in terms of the type of batter you want, whose T20 numbers have only increased, and you
Yeah.
can still manage with not a weaker option, but a different sort of template with a middle order keeper. Does that make it a stronger team? That's the thinking. Whether it's right or
Yeah,
wrong,
perfect.
it's
I mean, it's that perfect. And but still within that full on attack mode, for me, I think Sanju fits in at 3.
But you not
Okay.
answer
I
our
mean, there are
question about
disagreements are
Tilak.
fine, but
that's fine. Yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
I think-
I mean, the compromise there is you push Tilak down the order where the counter would be like you're saying, Tilak actually would be much better suited in the top order.
I'll
than
just
Gil.
raise one thing here on the Samson Jitesh comparison in particular. It's very unique here that both players have, in a way, a similar argument for and against them. You can cherry pick Samson's innings to talk about how destructive he is. You can also cherry pick Jitesh's innings, but Jitesh has been underwhelming. Jitesh's T20 debut was a while back, and
Yes.
we only hope that his IPL 2025 is a coming of age sort of season. But the same arguments that go for Samson, oh, will he really score runs against high quality bowling? Will he be able to? That argument is valid for a Jitesh when he comes and plays
Yeah.
for India without the impact sub. It's not
Yeah.
like you're bringing in, for the lack of a better example, but it's not like you're bringing in MS Dhoni, with proven
So
credentials.
I'll slightly push back against that, Ronak, because even before the 2024 IPL, Jitesh had extraordinary numbers as a finisher. Maybe not in terms of volume of runs, but his strike rate at the death, his first airborne strike rate, all of these were very high. He's not like just based on this IPL, he's been picked. He has a history of doing well in at least IPL level. I agree with you. He may not work for India. He may be inconsistent. In that case, I would still then prefer India to show flexibility and say, then Samson goes back to the opening spot and you play a finisher, and maybe your vice captain has to miss out, if
Yeah,
that
yeah.
suits the team.
And
I mean,
And
that's
just to
the
add-
thing that, yeah.
Now, just to
Whether
add to
Gill
that, around
stays.
Jitesh, one of the points that had come up even before IPL 2024 was even within the small sample, if you looked at his track record against some of the best death bowlers, including Jasprit Bumrah, against whom he had an exceptional cameo at Wankhede a couple of seasons back, that was one of the points noted in Jitesh's favor. Go on, Nagaraj.
No. So it's fine. I don't want to kind of keep stretching, but I think we
Okay.
We have looked at from both sides the Sanju thing, so that's good. Good enough.
So you have conceded this one. I don't think I need to
No,
ask
no, no,
the
I'm not
question.
conceded. I'm saying that he still stays in my number. He stays my number 3. It's not like I'm picking, but if I'm picking, he stays as my number 3.
All right. So I'm not going to go around the room because it is one vote in that direction, 3 in the others, which also means I'll wish the rest of you well. Watch out for your comment section and your mentions. All the best. This was Run Order.